Hey guys, it's Ron Bass with another edition of The Ron Bass Show. It's your source for inspiration, encouragement, motivation, dry humor. Mr. Brent Atterbury.
Happy New Year's Eve.
Happy New Year's Eve.
Have you made your New Year's resolutions?
Yes. It's a continuation of my last year's resolution that I haven't accomplished yet. So remember the goal card?
Is a New Year's resolution like a goal?
New Year's resolution is I'm going to stay the course.
Because most people don't do their New Year's resolutions. They falter.
They do falter. They do fall out. Yeah, they fall off the track. But here's the good news, guys. Stay the course. Don't give up. Whatever your goals are, if you don't reach them by the time that you agreed to reach them, reset the goal for another year. That's what I just did. I'm probably about maybe 80% accomplished on the two goals that I had a year ago. So guess what? I'm going to give it another year. And I'm going to work hard every day to get there. And if I get there before the end of the year, guess what I'm going to do?
You're going to high five somebody.
I'm going to reset. I'm going to create two new goals.
Oh.
And I'm going to put that on the back of the goal card and date it and sign it so it's a legal binding document to myself.
You are the overachiever.
Well, I'm in your company, so I'm following your lead.
Okay.
I was talking to my friend Tony just now, one of my best friends in the whole world. He's in Florida now. He moved from my home state, Missouri, to Florida about a year or two ago. And we were talking about that. It's like, man, you know, that he and I met 11 years ago in the gym. Yeah. And I was struggling, trying to lift weights, struggling, trying to do anything. And he came up to me, he felt sorry for me. And he said, hey, man, if you ever need some help, I'll be glad to help you. And I thought, oh, my God, I'm so glad somebody's going to try to help me.
I'll take it.
And we never looked back. We just became real close friends. It's crazy. But he was like my personal trainer in the gym for years and years. And I told him today on the phone, I said, man, it's been 11 years. I said, if it weren't for you, Tony, I don't think I would be anywhere even close to where I'm at today in terms of accomplishment, physical accomplishment, martial arts accomplishment, fitness accomplishment, even business accomplishment. Because working out and being fit at any age is important, but particularly when you're old, it's extremely important because you won't have the energy, you won't have the wherewithal, you won't have the ambition. If you're not physically feeling well, all you're going to be thinking about your health, and I don't feel good. But when you work out a lot, guys, I'm telling you, it's like medicine. It's like the fountain of youth. At any rate, I'm not going to go on and on about that today because I've got blank paper to talk about. Brett said, you don't have any new stories, so I'll make it up as I go. I said, no, you can't do that. Okay, I won't make them up as I go. I'll tell you some real stories. Let me tell you a cool story. Ready?
Yes.
So, it's an up and down world, guys. Look, you're always going to have problems. You're always going to have challenges. I tell my friends all the time, it's okay. Just learn to manage the problems better than you did a year ago. Learn to deal with it. Learn not to let it get you down to the point that you don't continue to pursue your goals. Look, we're going to have adversities. We're going to have challenges every single day. I don't care if you're the richest guy in the world or you're living in a cave. You're going to have problems. Face it. Don't worry about it. Just learn to get better at handling it. Don't stress out as much. Figure out solutions quicker. Have more energy because you go to the gym every day, right? My friend Dave in the gym has lost 80 pounds. One of his best friends just lost 100 pounds. How come? Because their health got bad. And they knew if they didn't lose that weight, they were going to get even worse. I've got another good friend of mine. He's 50 years old, drank. Now he's got heart problems. Is there a relationship between drinking and heart problems? Yes. I studied that the other day. Maybe not directly, but indirectly, because the body isn't as sharp. It can't handle problems as easily when it comes up in the body, like viruses and weaknesses. And so you're more vulnerable to have heart problems and cancer problems, and you get the idea. And trying to resist flus and all the things that we get in the wintertime. Everybody's been sick around here lately, like a lot of viruses. Even I got sick, but it wasn't like devastating sick. It was like, frustrating sick, sneezing and coughing and all that. But guess what? Because my resistance is good and I'm able to handle it better, I got rid of it quicker, and I didn't miss any work. I didn't miss any workouts. A little bit, difficult, but it wasn't like the end of the world. Had I not been working out at my age, who knows? I might have wound up in the hospital. I don't know. A lot of people my age wind up in the hospital early. Speaking of that, a really sad story, and then we'll get into some positive stories. One of my best friends passed away last week, or maybe a couple weeks ago. Christmas Eve. And I didn't know that this had happened. I saw one of my friends called me and said, "Hey, did you know Bill passed away?" Oh, man. Just broke my heart, because this guy and I knew each other from childhood. We weren't like super, super close, but we were friends all through the years. He was a very successful business guy, successful family guy, been married 50 years. Make a long story short, he was in my office just last summer, came by to visit with me, and we were reminiscing about my brother and all growing up and this and that. And he said, "Ron, I've got some health problems." I said, "What's up?" "Oh, my kidneys, this and that, and something." I said, "Look, Bill, you got to get in the gym, man. You got to come into my dojo. You use my pass to go to the gym. We'll work out together." And he's a little bit older than I am. He's like 4 years older than me. And he said, "Yeah, I got to get in the gym. You're right, I got to get in the gym." Well, the next month he had a massive heart attack. And then I sent him this beautiful message. I looked at my phone, and it's like, "Hey, man, I'm really sorry that you had this heart attack. I hope you're going to get better." He said, "Yeah, brother, I'm going to feel better. I'm going to do better. Things are going to get better." And I didn't. And that was the last time I talked to him since last summer. And now here he is gone. I'm not saying that to be a Debbie Downer, guys. I'm just saying it because it's another example of how important it is to take care of yourself. He had diabetes. I didn't know that. Another reason why you got to be in the gym. One of my best friends in the gym has got diabetes, but guess what he does every day? Works out, and works out hard. And he told me that his doctor told him, "Man, as long as you're working out, that diabetes isn't going to get any worse. You're going to be able to stay that course. In fact, it's going to get better." So I know exercise, I'm not saying it's magic, but I know it does so much to help your body and help your mind. I just can't talk about it enough. But I'm going to shut up, because I know people say, "Oh, he's on a soapbox preaching to me." No, I'm just telling you guys how important it is, and I'm going to keep drilling it into your head a little bit every time, so that maybe some of you guys that are not already working out might start working out and catch on to what I'm saying. Okay, here's a good positive story. Many years ago, I had a personal trainer. His name was Kevin Hart. Not the Kevin Hart that's famous, but Kevin Hart. He was a fitness guy. I mean, like an athlete. And he would take me to the gym, and he would teach me how to lift weights and all that. And I did that for about 6 months with him. So back in the day, I was trying to get healthy, but I kind of gave up on it after he kind of disappeared on me. Well, it turned out he got on drugs. Now, let's fast forward like 30 years. Wow, he came in my office one day, and he looked like death warmed over. I mean, bad news. Homeless, living on the street. I'm thinking, oh my gosh, he was so successful. What happened? Addiction's what happened. Well, he called me last night from jail. I took the call. I wasn't going to take the call because on the phone you're supposed to hear like so-and-so, is on the line, but he didn't leave his name. So I thought, I don't know if I want to take the call or not, but I took the call today. Well, sure enough, it was him. He's been in there 90 days, and he's doing great. He's sober. He's going to go have an operation. He's got hernia issues, and he's so determined to get his life straightened out. Now, when he gets out, is he going to do that? I don't know, but let's just take it a day at a time. At least for today, it's a great victory.
Yeah,
he's feeling good. He's been saved. He's talking like I'm talking. He was fluid. He sounded good. He sounded like a totally different person than the last time I saw him. So, my friend Isaac Jenkins used to say to me, where there's life, there's hope. So, we'll pray for him, and we'll hope. Oh, here's some money for you, sir. I forgot to give that to you earlier.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. Brent and I have been doing business together for 10 years probably, and so he's on a retainer with me. Great guy. I can tell you another story about Brent. When I went broke a number of years ago, Brent said, "Hey, man, don't worry about it. Just keep doing what you got to keep doing, and we'll figure it out later." I'm going to tell you guys, that doesn't happen very often in life, that somebody sticks with you. I'll get my composure. When you're going through a tough time, most people jump ship, but Brent didn't do that. Sorry.
No, it's all good. This is real, man. This is real, and you're telling it like it is.
Yep.
And
He stuck by me, and most people didn't. And that's just the way it is, man. In life, you're going to find out that when you go through a struggle, most people jump ship. They're not going to stick with you, and you have to be strong, and you can't give up. And then a few people along the way, like a guy like Brent, will stick with you, and that makes it worthwhile. It helps you restore some of your dignity. And look, this is just the way it is in life. You're going to find out when you fail in life, whatever it is, a lot of people are going to bail out on you. And if you're lucky, you got a handful of people that are going to stick with you. And that's about it, because people, they're just not like that. They're not stick-to-itiveness that way. They don't practice stick-to-itiveness like I like to do. And that's just okay. You can't let it bother you guys. You just have to brush it off like water off a duck's back and keep moving. And in the end, you have to believe enough in yourself that you never give up. Like I said, along the way, if you got a few people around you like Brent that didn't give up on you, that sticks with you, that encourages you to move forward even when you're failing, that's gold, man. But you're not going to find that very often, and that's okay. It's okay. Don't beat yourself up when you fail. What's the old saying? I would rather try and fail as do nothing and succeed. So I don't care what your goals are. I care what your goals are because I care about you guys. But whatever it is, it's still important. Whether it's important to somebody else or not doesn't matter. It's important to you. That's what matters. And stick to it, man. Stick to it. Believe in stick-to-itiveness. Is that a real word, by the way?
no, but I like it.
Somewhere along the way, I learned that.
The word of the day.
Wow, that's crazy, huh?
Hey, what's water off the duck's back?
Well,
what's that mean?
Because a duck, water like slide. They're like
Repels?
it's like silicone. It's slick, and water just goes right off. So the old saying, it's like water off a duck's back. In other words, it doesn't matter. It doesn't stick. Whatever it is, it doesn't stick.
Okay.
Yeah, so just keep moving is the idea. You fall down, get yourself back up, brush yourself off, same idea. You can say it in a million different ways, but in the end, it all comes down to the same thing, guys. Don't give up on yourself. That's really the gig. If you really want to boil all motivation down, just boil it all down. That's another old saying. Don't give up on yourself. If the whole world gives up on you, don't give up on yourself. And with the few other people along the way that still that will stick with you and stay with you, that's bonus. But you can't even expect that. But when it happens, it's bonus. Pick yourself back up. Try again. Thomas Edison, way back 100 years ago when he was making the light bulb, we've talked about this, he had to try to figure out, when he put the electricity to the bulb, that the wire would glow, and that's how you got light. But he couldn't figure out what kind of, what they call a filament, a wire to go in the bulb that would not burn out quickly. I think it was something like 1,000 different tries. It was bizarre. Think about being in a laboratory back in 1800 and something, where all you had was candlelight at night. You didn't have electricity. I mean, not like we have it now. And he was trying to figure out. He kept putting in. I don't even know where he came up with these filaments. And finally, I don't even remember what it was, but somehow he came up with some kind of a filament that didn't burn out and glowed. And now you had the light bulb, light. Think about that, light bulb.
Yeah.
And it worked because he didn't give up on himself. And now, fast forward 100 and some years later, maybe 150 years later, we have lights.
We take
it for granted, yeah. Because back in those days, manufacturing facilities, they had to stop when the daylight ended. Once you got electricity and you had light bulbs, you could go all night long and manufacture 24 hours a day and keep up with demand. So it was a big deal. Thomas Edison came up with that. He was the founder of General Electric. A lot of people don't realize that or don't know that. And they would sell electricity to homes. That's how it all began way back in the day. Thomas Edison invented the meter that you have on your home. that counted the kilowatt hours so they could send you the bill every month so they could make a profit. It's crazy to think all the way back, but that's how it all started, yeah.
Yeah.
They used to have like generators that they would put in neighborhoods, like physically big, huge electric generators that would do like a neighborhood or do a street.
Wow.
Yeah, that's how it all started. And all started in New York, the East Coast. And then eventually things got more sophisticated, power plants, blah, blah, blah. But it wasn't like that in the beginning. They used to nail wires up to like fence posts, and people would get electrocuted.
Gosh.
Yeah, horses would get electrocuted. I studied all this. It's crazy. Way back in the day, like 1900 and whatever. It's all different now, right? But although people do get electrocuted from time to time on working on utility poles. Mm-hmm. So I'm looking out the window and I'm seeing all these poles with all these wires, and I'm thinking, really, when you think about it, it's not that sophisticated. Wires strung everywhere. It's just a little bit different because it's so high.
Yeah.
Whereas in the old days, they would just tack it onto walls, like building walls, and just like have wires everywhere. Now we have wires everywhere, but they're up high.
Yeah.
Now in today's world, everything's going underground more and more and more.
More and more.
To make it more look, I don't know, maybe more aesthetically appealing. Would that be the right phrase?
Yep.
More attractive?
Yep.
I don't know if it's that important really, but it's the way it is. Utility companies, guys, how much do you pay a month for your utility bill? I'm seeing like a huge increase in the United States. I don't know about your countries, but whoever's listening in other countries, which people are listening to us, I think, in Bangladesh and Thailand and Mexico and Russia and Ukraine, and you get the idea. Thank you, guys. Appreciate all the comments, by the way. I try to answer every comment. You guys are so generous to encourage us to continue to do the podcast, and that means a lot to me when you make comments, and we appreciate that so much. Anytime you have questions or comments you want to ask us about things, we're going to talk about it on the podcast. So keep the comments coming if you're comfortable with that. We love it. All right, any breaking news?
Yes, sir.
Heavy on the sir. Heavy on the sir.
You have a music business, right?
Yes.
Yes, you do. Well, this guy you might want to recruit. He just broke a Guinness World Record for singing Christmas songs for 42 hours straight.
Man.
He sang 684 songs.
That's pretty wild.
Non-stop.
Pretty wild.
I don't know about bathroom breaks, but
wow.
Unbelievable.
It is unbelievable.
So he really has the Christmas spirit.
I like that.
So they said he didn't lose his voice either.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And then today is Make Up Your Mind Day.
Yes, I like it.
Well, we got New Year's resolutions. Make up your mind if you're going to do them or not.
Yay.
And most New Year's resolutions don't get followed up on, but follow up on this one.
Yay, great idea.
Yeah.
Cool. Is that all you got?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to wrap this thing up because guess what? I have an appointment to go see the doctor to get cortisone injections in the knees.
Ouch,
Yay.
I'm sorry.
No,
that sounds like a good time,
I'm excited.
but I'm not going with you.
So we'll close it out, guys, and we just want to say this. Just remember, if you don't give up, sooner or later those stars are going to line up and you're going to be so happy. You're going to be so much better off. But until that time comes, and even after that time comes, just remember, always keep your head up, keep your chin up, and the most important thing all day long is to stay positive.